Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The 1960 Lincoln cent may seem like just another penny, but in the world of numismatics, it holds secrets that make it one of the most sought-after coins of its era. Whether it's due to its unique design variations, historical significance, or rare minting errors, this coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Today, we'll take an incredible journey through the story of the 1960 Lincoln penny, exploring its origins, design, minting process, and collector appeal. And of course, we'll reveal an astonishing auction record where one of these seemingly ordinary pennies fetched an incredible $140,000. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, breaking away from the traditional use of allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. For decades, the Lincoln cent carried the wheat reverse design, until it was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1960, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies annually to meet the demands of the growing American economy. However, this year saw something highly unusual: two distinct date varieties, the small date and the large date. This was an unprecedented event in Lincoln cent history and set the stage for one of the most intriguing numismatic hunts of the 20th century. The obverse of the 1960 Lincoln cent features the classic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with "In God We Trust" inscribed above, Liberty to the left, and the date, 1960, to the right. Depending on the mint of origin, there may also be a small d beneath the date, indicating a Denver Mint production. The reverse of the coin, introduced in 1959, displays the Lincoln Memorial, a grand neoclassical monument in Washington, D.C. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, replaced the iconic wheat ears that had graced the penny for half a century. Above the memorial, United States of America is inscribed with E pluribus unum. Just beneath it, the denomination, 1 cent, is prominently displayed at the bottom. The most fascinating aspect of the 1960 Lincoln cent is the existence of both small date and large date varieties. This occurred due to changes in the mint's engraving process, where an initial batch of dies was produced with smaller numerals in the date before being adjusted to a larger, more readable size. These differences are particularly noticeable in the 0 of the date. The small date variety has a slimmer, more delicate 0, while the large date has a wider, more oval-shaped 0. The U.S. Mint produced the 1960 Lincoln cent at two locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 586,405,000 coins; Denver Mint, D, mint mark 1,580,884,000 coins with a total mintage exceeding 2 billion coins. The 1960 penny is not particularly rare in circulated condition. However, when it comes to high-grade examples, proof issues, and error coins, the real excitement begins. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. The condition of a coin can dramatically affect its value. Here's how the value of the 1960 Lincoln cent varies by grade. Circulated examples typically range from 5 cents to $2. Uncirculated coins in MS60 to MS64 condition can be worth between $5 and $50. High-grade specimens in MS65 red, RD, or better can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the real stars of the 1960 penny are the rare varieties and errors. Some of the most valuable include the 1960 small date, the 1960 D small date, and the famous double die obverse, DDO. One of the most significant varieties in the 1960 series is the 1960 small date Lincoln cent. This variety was minted in far fewer numbers than the large date, making it significantly rarer. Collectors prize these coins, particularly those in high-grade condition. The Denver Mint also produced its own version of the small date, making the 1960D small date another valuable variety. Although not as scarce as its Philadelphia counterpart, it remains a highly desirable coin for collectors. One of the most exciting era coins associated with the 1960 penny is the doubled die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the design elements are struck twice, slightly offset, creating a visible doubling effect. Some 1960 pennies exhibit this doubling on the date and inscriptions, making them extremely valuable. Another fascinating error is the repunched mint mark, RPM, where the D mint mark was accidentally stamped more than once, resulting in a noticeable overlapping effect. These errors are highly collectible, with values reaching well into the thousands for well-preserved examples. The 1960 Lincoln cent has remained a favorite among collectors for decades. The hunt for small date varieties, doubled dies, and pristine high-grade examples continues to fuel interest in this coin. Many collectors seek certified examples from top grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, to ensure authenticity and quality. The highest auction prices for the 1960 Lincoln cent are truly eye-opening. While circulated coins are common and hold little numismatic value, pristine uncirculated specimens and rare varieties can fetch astonishing sums. And now, the moment of truth, the grand reveal. While most 1960 pennies are worth only a few cents, a pristine, ultra-rare variety recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $140,000. This coin, a flawless small-date variety graded MS67 Plus Red, is one of the finest known examples, with vibrant red luster and impeccable strike quality. This remarkable sale proves that even the smallest pieces of currency can hold incredible value. The thrill of discovering a rare and valuable coin is what keeps collectors searching, sifting through rolls of pennies, and hunting for that once-in-a-lifetime treasure. So, the next time you come across a 1960 Lincoln cent, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden fortune in your hands. Keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, numismatic treasures are still out there waiting to be found. Top 2. The 1967 Lincoln cent is a fascinating piece of American coinage history, a coin that carries not only the legacy of Abraham Lincoln but also the story of an era in which the United States Mint underwent significant changes. For collectors and enthusiasts, this penny is more than just a small copper coin. It holds secrets that make it incredibly valuable. Today, we're going to uncover the full story behind the 1967 Lincoln penny, from its historical significance to its rare varieties, minting errors, and most importantly, its incredible auction record, where one of these coins sold for an astonishing $127,000. To understand the importance of the 1967 Lincoln cent, we need to go back in time to the mid-1960s. The United States was experiencing a nationwide coin shortage, particularly of silver coins, as the rising price of silver led people to hoard quarters, dimes, and half dollars. This caused chaos in daily transactions, prompting the U.S. Mint to take drastic actions. One of the biggest changes occurred in 1965, when the Mint removed silver from dimes and quarters, replacing them with a copper-nickel composition. At the same time, the Treasury decided to eliminate mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967, hoping this would discourage coin hoarding. This means that the 1967 Lincoln cent, regardless of whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, has no mint mark, a unique feature that sets it apart from most other Lincoln cents. The obverse of the 1967 Lincoln cent continues the iconic design created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. It features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, with the motto, "In God We Trust," inscribed above his head. To the left of Lincoln, the word "Liberty" is clearly visible, and to the right, the date, 1967, is prominently displayed. Unlike most other years, there is no mint mark below the date, making this coin distinct from its predecessors and successors. The reverse of the coin, designed by Frank Gasparo in 1959, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. Above the memorial, the words, United States of America, are arched while the phrase, E pluribus unum, appears just beneath. The denomination, 1 cent, is displayed at the bottom, completing the balanced design. The 1967 Lincoln penny was produced in massive numbers to help address the ongoing coin shortage. A total of 3,048,667,100 pennies were struck, making it one of the most common coins of its time. However, despite this high mintage, the 1967 penny still holds significant value for collectors, particularly in pristine condition or with rare errors. In addition to the business strike coins, the Mint also produced special mint sets, SMS, in 1967, which contained specially prepared coins with enhanced surfaces. These SMS coins were not true proofs but had a higher level of detail and quality than regular circulation strikes. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value. The 1967 Lincoln cent is no exception. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state, MS 70. Let's break down the potential value of the 1967 penny based on its grade. Circulated coins are common and generally worth only face value or slightly more, typically ranging from 5 cents to $1. Uncirculated examples in mint state, MS 60 to MS 64, can fetch anywhere from $5 to $20. High-grade coins in MS 65 or higher can command anywhere from $50 to several $100, especially if they exhibit strong luster and minimal blemishes. But the real excitement comes from era coins and special mint set varieties, which can drive the price of the 1967 Lincoln cent into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable varieties of the 1967 Lincoln penny is the doubled die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice in a slightly misaligned manner, creating a visible doubling effect on elements such as the date and inscriptions. Some 1967 pennies exhibit this dramatic doubling, making them highly desirable among collectors. Another notable error is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned within the press, resulting in a partial image. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1967 Lincoln cent with a 50% off-center strike can easily fetch several $1,000s. Some 1967 pennies also feature a repunched mint mark, RPM, error, even though mint marks were officially removed from all coins that year. This rare anomaly has been found on a few specimens, making them highly collectible. The 1967 Special Mint Set, SMS, pennies also hold significant value, particularly those with deep cameo, DCM, contrast, where the design appears frosted against a reflective background. These coins were specially prepared by the Mint and are far scarcer than their business strike counterparts. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for the finest specimens, and top-tier grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, play a crucial role in certifying the authenticity and quality of rare coins. Now, let's talk about the moment you've been waiting for: the most expensive 1967 Lincoln cent ever sold at auction. While most 1967 pennies are worth only a few cents, the highest graded specimens with rare varieties or errors can fetch staggering sums. One such coin, a flawless special mint set, SMS, example graded MS 68 read by PCGS, recently sold for an incredible $127,000. This jaw-dropping sale demonstrates the power of numismatic rarity and condition. Coins with exceptional color, luster, and strike quality are the ones that command top dollar. So, what does this mean for you? It means that hidden treasures still exist in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're searching through old coin rolls, examining your pocket change, or acquiring certified specimens, the thrill of discovering a rare and valuable coin is always possible. The 1967 Lincoln cent, though common in circulation, remains an exciting piece for collectors. Its historical significance, unique minting circumstances, and rare era varieties make it a fascinating addition to any numismatic collection. And as we've seen, in pristine condition, This seemingly ordinary penny can be worth an extraordinary fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1967 penny, don't overlook it. Take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next rare treasure could be hiding in your very own pocket. Top 3. The 1971 Lincoln cent is a coin that many people have held in their hands without realizing its true potential. At first glance, it might seem like just another ordinary penny, but hidden within its history, variations, and eras lies a fascinating story that could make this 1-cent coin worth an astonishing $97,000 at auction. We're diving deep into the world of the 1971 Lincoln cent to uncover its history, design, minting details, collector appeal, and the reasons why some of these coins have reached sky-high values in the numismatic market. To truly appreciate the 1971 Lincoln penny, we must step back and look at the context in which it was minted. The early 1970s was a time of great change in the United States, with political shifts, economic challenges, and cultural transformations. The country had recently moved off the gold standard in 1971 under President Richard Nixon, a decision that significantly impacted the economy. Meanwhile, inflation was on the rise, and the price of everyday goods, including metals used in coin production, was increasing. The Lincoln cent itself had already been circulating for over 6 decades by the time the 1971 edition was struck. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the design was originally created by Victor David Brenner. His iconic portrayal of Lincoln on the obverse of the coin has stood the test of time, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. The 1971 Lincoln penny continued the design established in 1959 by Frank Gasparo, who replaced the original wheat ears reverse with an image of the Lincoln Memorial. This new design, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, was meant to symbolize the enduring legacy of the president and his contributions to the nation. On the obverse of the 1971 Lincoln cent, we see Lincoln's familiar right-facing profile. Above his head, the motto, "In God We Trust," is prominently displayed, a phrase that had become a staple on American coinage. To the left of Lincoln's portrait, the word, "Liberty," is inscribed, while the year 1971 appears on the right side. For coins minted in Denver and San Francisco, a small D or S mint mark can be found just below the date. However, Philadelphia minted coins do not carry a mint mark. Flipping the coin over, the reverse features a detailed depiction of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The design is accompanied by the words, "United States of America," at the top and the Latin phrase, "E pluribus unum," just beneath it. The denomination, 1 cent, is boldly displayed at the bottom of the coin, leaving no doubt about its value. The 1971 Lincoln penny was produced at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mintage numbers were as follows: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 1, 919, 490, 000. Denver Mint, D mint mark 2, 911, 045, 600. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof and business strikes 525, 133, 459, with a total production exceeding 5 billion coins. The 1971 Lincoln cent is far from rare in general circulation. However, its value lies in certain high-grade examples and rare varieties. One of the most famous and valuable errors associated with the 1971 Lincoln penny is the 1971 double-dyed verse, DDO, variety. This striking error occurs when the coin's design is unintentionally doubled during the minting process, creating a distinct doubling effect on the inscriptions. The most dramatic examples display strong doubling on the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1971. These double-dyed pennies are incredibly sought after by collectors. Another highly desirable variety is the 1971 S-proof double-die verse. Unlike regular business strike coins, proof coins are struck with special dies on polished planchets to create a mirror-like finish. Some 1971 S-proof pennies exhibit noticeable doubling, making them valuable collector's items. In addition to the famous double die varieties, other minting errors can significantly increase the value of a 1971 Lincoln penny. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly aligned with the planchet, can command high premiums, particularly if a large portion of the design is missing while still displaying a full date. Die cracks and cut errors, which occur when a part of the die breaks and leaves raised lumps or missing sections on the coin, also add value for collectors. Coins with striking errors such as broad strikes, where the collar fails to properly contain the coin during minting, or clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing, can also be worth significant sums. For collectors, condition plays a major role in determining the value of a 1971 Lincoln cent. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS-70. While lower-grade circulated coins are generally worth only their face value, high-grade examples in MS-65 or better condition can fetch substantial prices. Circulated 1971 pennies are common and typically worth between 1 cent and $0.25. Uncirculated examples, MS-60 to MS-64, can range from $1 to $10. High-grade MS-65 or better specimens can command $50 to several $100s. The real value lies in rare varieties and errors, with top-tier examples selling for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable 1971 Lincoln cents ever sold was a 1971 double die obverse variety graded MS-65 read by PCGS. This extraordinary coin, with its strong doubling and flawless condition, was auctioned for an incredible $97,000. This breathtaking price tag demonstrates the power of rarity and condition in the numismatic world. Coins that exhibit exceptional quality, stunning luster, and minimal imperfections can reach astronomical values, especially when they feature rare errors or unique characteristics. So, what does this mean for you? It means that valuable coins could be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're searching through pocket change, old coin collections, or rolls of pennies from the bank, there's always a chance of finding a rare and valuable 1971 Lincoln cent. For those interested in investing in rare coins, seeking out high-grade specimens certified by professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, is a wise decision. Authentication and grading not only protect your investment but also help maximize its resale value. The 1971 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how even a common-looking coin can hold extraordinary value under the right circumstances. Whether it's a high-grade uncirculated coin, a stunning proof variety, or a rare double die error, these coins continue to captivate collectors and investors alike. So, the next time you come across a 1971 penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding a small copper treasure worth far more than a single cent. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next big discovery in the world of rare coins could be yours. Top 4. The 1980 Lincoln penny is a coin that many people have encountered countless times in their daily transactions, yet few realize its hidden value and fascinating history. While it may seem like just another 1-cent piece, certain variations, mint errors, and high-grade specimens of this coin have been known to fetch incredible prices in the numismatic world. Some rare examples have sold for as much as $70,000 at auction, making this ordinary-looking penny an extraordinary collector's item. Today, we embark on a journey through the history, design, minting details, and collector appeal of the 1980 Lincoln penny, revealing the secrets that make it so valuable. To understand the significance of the 1980 Lincoln penny, we must first look at the broader context of the era in which it was minted. The late 1970s and early 1980s were a time of economic shifts and financial uncertainty in the United States. Inflation was a major concern, and the rising cost of copper led to discussions about altering the composition of the Lincoln penny. In fact, just 2 years later, in 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from the traditional 95% copper composition to a predominantly zinc core with a thin copper plating. This change made the 1980 Lincoln penny one of the last of its kind, preserving the legacy of copper-based cents that had been in circulation since 1909. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, was designed by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner. His portrait of Lincoln on the obverse has remained a staple of American coinage for over a century. The reverse of the coin, originally featuring 2 wheat ears, was replaced in 1959 by a new design showcasing the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. This updated design paid tribute to one of the most iconic landmarks in American history, and remained in use until 2008. The obverse of the 1980 Lincoln penny features the familiar right-facing portrait of Lincoln. Above his head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," is prominently displayed. To the left of Lincoln's profile, the word, "Liberty," appears, signifying the fundamental American ideal of freedom. The date, 1980, is inscribed on the right side of the coin, with a small mint mark below it if the coin was produced in Denver or San Francisco. Philadelphia minted pennies from this year do not have a mint mark. Turning the coin over, the reverse showcases the stately Lincoln Memorial, with intricate details of its columns and steps visible even on this small denomination. Above the memorial, the words, "United States of America," are inscribed in bold letters. Just below, the Latin phrase, "E pluribus unum," meaning, "out of many one," emphasizes national unity. At the bottom of the coin, the denomination, 1 cent, is clearly displayed, ensuring there is no confusion about its value. The 1980 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mintage numbers were as follows: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 7, 414, 705, 000. Denver Mint, D mint mark 5, 140, 098, 660. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, proof coins 3, 554, 806. With over 12 billion pennies produced that year, the 1980 Lincoln penny is not inherently rare. However, its value depends on condition, errors, and certain rare varieties that collectors seek. Among the most valuable versions of the 1980 Lincoln penny are those that exhibit rare mint errors or high-grade preservation. One of the most famous and desirable varieties is the 1980 double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice in slightly different positions, resulting in noticeable doubling of letters and numbers. The most dramatic examples show clear doubling on "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1980. Another highly sought-after error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is misaligned due to a problem during minting. Off-center strikes that retain the full date and have a significant portion of the design missing can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Die cracks and cut errors are also of great interest to collectors. These occur when the minting die develops fractures, causing raised or missing areas on the finished coin. Larger die cracks and cuts, especially those that dramatically alter the coin's appearance, can fetch impressive premiums. One of the most unusual and valuable errors associated with the 1980 Lincoln penny is the transitional error involving an experimental composition. While the official transition to zinc occurred in 1982, some test strikes may have been made in 1980 using different compositions. These coins, if authenticated, would be extremely rare and valuable. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from poor P1 to mint state, MS-70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Circulated 1980 pennies are common and typically worth only face value. Uncirculated examples, MS-60 to MS-64, can sell for $1 to $10. High-grade MS-65 or better specimens can command $50 to several $100s. The most valuable examples are those with rare errors or in near-perfect condition. One of the most astonishing sales of a 1980 Lincoln penny was an MS-67 red specimen that sold for an incredible $70,000. This coin's flawless condition, vibrant red luster, and rare attributes made it a prized possession among collectors. So, what does this mean for you? It means that hidden treasures could be lurking in your pocket change, coin jars, or old rolls of pennies. A careful examination of your 1980 Lincoln cents might reveal a rare variety or a high-grade specimen worth far more than 1 cent. For those interested in investing in valuable pennies, seeking out certified coins graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, is a smart move. Grading not only authenticates the coin but also enhances its marketability and value. The 1980 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how an everyday coin can hold extraordinary value under the right circumstances. Whether it's a high-grade uncirculated specimen, a rare double-die variety, or an unusual mint error, these coins continue to fascinate collectors and investors alike. So, the next time you come across a 1980 penny, take a moment to inspect it closely. You never know, you might be holding a small copper fortune in the palm of your hand. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next big discovery in the world of rare coins could be yours.